Hello, welcome to Z Explains BG. We are playing a See Me in a 5-point match. And we'll try to play well, but no promises. Try to roll well anyways. So yeah, I think 8 points to play, right? It doesn't, well, do this or maybe this. Yeah, I'm kind of already lost. Huh. Obviously the other position's better, but I don't know, I guess it doesn't, he's gonna hit me and then doesn't look like I have all that much. I don't know though. Just roll well, I guess. All right, well, a lot of contact left, but I'm up 20 pips, and it shouldn't be that hard to play safe from here. So maybe this is actually double take. And thinks it's a take. I don't blame him. All right, I leave in just 4 shots. Yeah, it seems like a decent price for this. Avoid the stacking, get better long-term flexibility. Another 4 shots. They're adding up. Okay, I don't know if I want to leave. Let's see. This is actually 8 shots against a really good board. Wins the most gammons. See, if I don't do that, it plays okay. So this should win the most, given that I'm hugely up in the race. 8 shots just seem a little too expensive. We do it for like 4. He rolled double 6 and then he ran down in the race huge. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he could have stayed back there. Yeah, I'd have to take a look at it. Something slightly better. Yeah, fills in the 2-point gap, which is okay, and I'm a little more diverse in the outfield. So I need to get like maybe 1 or 2 more checkers on the 5 or 4 points. Yes, I think that was correct. We'll take a look at the computer analysis afterwards. Oops. Okay. All right, this one's in the bag, I would say. So I'm gonna be up 2 zip. So I gotta be a little careful about taking a gammonish position at the score. And take I can take pretty deep though in non-gammonish positions. I can take points like, surprisingly, even though I'm up in the match 2 zip, I'm gonna assume I win this, which is not 100%. Take point in like non-gammonish positions is pretty low at the score. It's like 19% or something. For me, like even though I'm up in the match. All right, this one's a little more clear. It's because like if I pass, he gets to 4 away, 3 away. I mean, obviously you want to be 3 away there, but 4 away is a pretty comfortable score to be at. All right, all sorts of plays here. Make the 1, make the 2. 13 to 7, 13 to 8, 13 to 2, 13 to 7, 6 to 1. Yeah, nothing really jumps out at me. He's got a blot. Maybe we should try this attacking approach, blotting his board. So, like, I'm not paying full price of the hits. In fact, maybe he should make the anchor. Probably not, though. Good. Should make a anchor. This looks good. Should make my beloved 4 points. It would jump out if he had like a good 4, although the 4 is kind of bad. Ooh, a 6-2. I can make my 8 point if I want. I don't love the 3, but it's sort of okay. Yeah, there's other ideas there, obviously. His gammonless take points, like, and on the other hand, like his gammonless take points, his take point ignoring gammons, tends to be pretty high, I think, given that even though he's down in the match by 2 points, like often it works out like in a race or something. It's have to be like 22 or 23%, I think, typically. I mean, it depends on the power of his requeue, but I see like close take passes at like 22% at this score. Okay, doing okay here still due to the erasing situation. We don't want to get hit, I guess. So this or 6-5. Yeah, well, this is, I'm not really leaving him a shot much next turn. So maybe he could have done something more flexible there. Eleven to 3. All right, so doing good in the race. We're like no gammons here. There's a little bit of contact left. I don't know what to save. I don't know whether to save a 6 or not. It's worse for the race if I play 3-2. It might be a close call. Oh, we get a shot. I kind of wish I picked up the block, or kind of wish I made my point now. might have a cube here because I'm up in the race. My big numbers race and some of my small numbers hit effectively, like 3-1, 2-1. I don't know. The score is a little questionable. Maybe these pretty powerful recubes. If I had my board locked up, this would be a little clearer, I think. Maybe something better. Maybe this. My take point on the recube is quite elevated. This is 5 away, 3 away. Take point on the recube is something like 33%. Good number to know. I mean, the score comes up fairly frequently. Especially if you double it, especially me, might double a little aggressively at the score. You gotta decide whether to take a lot of recubes. Four, make it interesting. No. Okay, so it's 4 to Zep. Crawford. Yeah, so gammons do not help him at the score very much. This play is good. If it was like 4 to 1, you'd probably bring 2 guys down there. Up the gammons. Ooh, I'm getting smooshed. Splitting is a little bit dangerous. I could try this maybe. Did not work. Should hit in some fashion. Probably you can pick it up, I guess. The checker's not completely dead because it's still alive for attacking or making the 2. It wouldn't be. It would be okay to leave a slotted there too. I'm a little scared of being pointed on there. Case in point, I don't want to make it anyways. I want a reprieve. I assume we should make the 20. Good. All right, so I'm hitting and doing something. This is a little shoddier, I think, but better building power. It's too gross to play inside. So even though he's popping out into a double shot, he should do it. Well, get to hit this guy. Guess he gets to make his 4. Good. I get to make my 14. I think that's the best I can do. And then I can come home and not get hit. Looks a little suspicious. Well, maybe though. Oops. Okay, 5-4. Yeah, maybe this play is actually a pretty good play. Putting pressure on these outfield points. Keeping the deep anchor at a time when he's well down in the race. I don't know. I'd have to look at it. He played it quite quickly. Okay, so 13-8's a play. I could leave fewer shots and do this. Not a lot of hidden cover numbers anyways. My gut says I should just do this. Keep all the assets. Easier ride home when missed. Some 4 duplication. I don't know about this though. Do I go after him here? Well, I always say this is a game for optimists. Look at backgammon here. That'd be fluky. All right, let's try it. Ooh, no. I hope I wasn't prescient with that backgammon comments. It doesn't look like he's playing it correctly. Might want to hit off the hit loose off the 2 here. Yeah. Yeah, it's no joke. Yeah, so gammons don't really help him very much, but backgammons help him tremendously. Oh, we should. That looked weird. No, not as much as if it was like 3 away, 1 away. But he gets to kind of gets to he wins a backgammon. He kind of gets to double match points. right? Because he's gonna double right away, and make at 2 away, 1 away, and then whoever wins the game wins the match. So it's pretty valuable backgammon, I would say. Instead of just winning 2 points, you win 3. You win 1 game instead of 2. And he's probably gone after it more and hit me there. I was going to say, could he possibly crack here? Well, I got an ace-point game. All right. If I can dance like the right number of times, the timing should be okay. If I come in too quick, then I'm going to start cracking. We can even like play for my crack a little bit here, but if he plays like 10 to 7, 12 to 11, and then gets the guy on the 11 point in, his 6s will be killed, helping me crack more because it slows himself down a little bit. So like I would bring the guy in the 11, and also you don't want the checkers on the low points. Sort of the less flexibility down the line. I mean, I see what he was thinking. He wants to like delay breaking the he wants to delay breaking the 7 point. But the best way to do that is actually to bring in the outfield checker, and then you don't have to play your 6s. Ooh, shot. I still got an okay board. No dead checkers yet. Oh, I'd love to cover that with an ace. This is all he's got. Pretty. No double shot. Yeah, 4 is forced here, and then play 5 to 2 for longer term safety. There, I guess if he enters with a 6 something, I guess I want to shoot her at him. All right, 3s and 1s. Not sure whether to slot this point or not. Maybe with 2 on the roof is unnecessary until he comes in with 1. All right, so this does hit. Well, let's see. Okay, this adds 6, 3, 3, 3. So this is probably the best I can do. I see it was diverse. The 9s are sort of diversified here. Well, I'm not sure how much to worry about the race here, or just worry about not blotting on 6-6 like this. I got to worry a little bit. Well, let's see. I got 2 more from here. Yeah, maybe I keep the closed board. Keep him dancing. Oh, no. Oh. Obviously, this is safest. Can I lose this race? It seems pretty remote. Bothering me a little bit. I'm left with an odd number of checkers here, right? So taking a checker off does save a roll. But I was thinking the race is just gin enough. I should just play safely. What's he doing? Is he stuck? Oh, there you go. It seems like a not a difficult match. PR should be okay. I'm sure the computer will show me something. Good. We'll take a look at the XG analysis. Yeah, played well. All right, let's see what we can learn. Okay, so is this 6-6? Is this going to be wrong? Yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah, second roll I got wrong. I don't know what position I'm thinking. Sometimes, I mean, this looks weird, but sometimes it is right to go after him here. Obviously, this position is like pretty good. I actually would have done this though. This is part of the problem. I was thinking this was the play to get the guy out of there, and I was thinking, oh, okay, now he hits me, and then, I mean, I'm winning, but not by a ton after he hits me. Apparently, the right play is not to jump out though; it's to screw up the distribution to just get this awesome structure. Okay, I think maybe I made this harder than it needed to be. Maybe it is sometimes right to do this though. I might be confusing it with another position. What if 5-1, 5-2? I think it's all right here, isn't it, to make the ace? Yeah, it's correct here. So what's the big difference? I've escaped a guy. This is sort of the position I was thinking of. And even more so, like, if it's here. Because you've got the blot in the outfield, which is ready to build something. So you have more incentive to, like, put them up on the roof than usual. But even here, it's like, okay. So the position we had was like this. So the midpoints... Well, I don't know. I'm still unstacking the midpoint by hitting. Yeah, I don't know. What was the exact position? Oh no, this is different. This is a different match. This is the correct match. Yeah, it was a very similar position. Yeah, I mean, the midpoint is extra stacked here, so can unstack it entirely. And then I guess the blitzing, because I've already escaped a guy, and maybe the blitzing plan isn't as good. Like, I have to go after him now, and then I get another man sent back, as opposed to I want to be escaping and not getting another guy sent back here. So that's probably the big deal. And then, yeah, I don't know. Double take seemed okay at the time. Apparently, the computer thinks the race is of paramount importance here. I still win 16% gammons. So the computer wants to let this go. Okay, does not want to pay the 4 shots here, but it's right on the border. It's probably going to like my 4-3 play coming up. I know, so now it's close, even though it's 8 shots. Actually, the computer does want to do this for 8 shots. Yeah, best for the win is my play, to play safely. But obviously, you're picking up a bunch of gammons here, and the computer thinks it's worth it, even against like this pretty good structure. Huh. Yeah, be closer, I guess, for doubled money, because gammons are pretty valuable at the score. Doubled gammons. And then I just win the race, I think. Good. Oh, 6-5 is wrong too. Guess it wasn't an easy match. So let's see, what is the computer going to like with this 6-5? I don't think you play 18-7. It's good when you get away with it, but it's like a triple shot with a lot of hits and covers. I'm actually not sure I gave that proper consideration. 13-7, 6-1, maybe. See what the computer likes. Okay, no, it just clears the just clears this, leaving ones in the outfield and 4-4, especially 4-4. I guess. I mean, it's probably a similar number of shots to my play. In fact, this is probably a little shottier. Let's see. This is a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 or something. Yeah. Yeah, I'm playing very impurely when the computer just wants to play very purely. Yeah, I should. Yeah, it's close on making the anchor versus hitting. Fine. 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 Yeah, I knew there's a bunch of other stuff here. Computer wants to like get this extra checker off the 18 point, even at the cost of not making the 5 points. It does get to slot the not making the 8 point. I mean, yeah, it does get to slot the 5 though after its play. Alright, he doesn't mind leaving the shot in the outfield. No big deal. He should hang back, but he doesn't. Oh, what's the, let's see, 9-3, 13-7. Okay, so this and this is close. He's happy to hit with a lot of his aces, I assume. Maybe it's no big deal because my board's so good. Okay, this seems clear. Okay, it does well, it does like saving a 6. We'll play like this. Maybe I'm thinking about the next. Maybe I'm thinking about the next play. Yeah, here it. Okay, here it. Yeah, this is the play I was wondering about. I mean, you're going to lose fewest races this way, but you're going to get hit more, right? Because white doesn't have too much trouble playing safely, and then you're going to have a bad 6-1, 6-2, 6-3. So this makes those numbers safe, but the race is pretty close. So you're going to lose more races this way when you're burning this crossover. Computer thinks the plays are fairly close here. And the double, yeah, the double's good. Double's mandatory, in fact. Yeah, I just figured I'm up in the race a little bit. You know, there's probably no double on the race alone, but it's close. And then I got some sort of productive hits. Which is good enough. And then all right, I'm up 4-zip. Go after him because I don't love splitting into that structure. Okay, here I play 13-8. Yeah, I'm not sure why I didn't do this. The sort of same arguments apply where he's got all these good attackers in the zone, so I don't really love being on the 21. 13-8 is pretty productive, though. I think maybe that's what I jumped at. But yeah, the computer says it's a little too dangerous, despite the 4 duplication. So it wants to like come out and sort of challenge these strip points, right? He's got to give something up to hit me, basically. And then you have Pickens up is okay. Oh, it doesn't even want to hit. That's weird. Oh, it's partly due to the score. It probably would have instinctually hit also. Yeah, isn't it funny? He just wants to like run, leave this guy alone. Like hitting. The reason why I say it's due to the score, hitting should win more win and lose more gammons. Huh. Yeah, maybe even for money it would like this. Yeah, then once he hits, he can either leave it slotted or pick it up, and it's, I mean, both ideas are sort of reasonable. You know, obviously if you're getting away with it, you love this, but it's not, you know, it's pretty bad to be hit back. So he picks up. The builder's still alive for the 2 point. But yeah, he just wants to run. Oh, one nice thing in favor of this is it keeps the 10 points. Keeps all the assets, you know. Hmm. Okay, pop out now. It does want to hit, but it wants to play 8-4. I don't love that. Boy, he's really averse to being hit in the outfield here. I considered this and this. Didn't really consider this. But it is safe. Keeps sort of diverse out here, I guess. Ugh, strips the 8 point though. I don't know. So how is his 4-2 play? His 4-2 play is okay. In fact, yeah, the computer does want to play like 20-16 with his top 2 plays, top 3 plays probably. Challenge these outfield points. So nice play by the opponent here. Even though maybe the 2's a little better split in the backfield. Okay, what about this 3-2? Okay, oh, I did sort of see this actually, but I didn't like the direct shot where it could hit me with like hit and jump at the same time. And then turns out everything's pretty close. Right, breaking down the 8 point isn't great, but it's a lot safer than like this or my play, you know. All right, so what do I do here? Okay, so tremendous roll. So I hit, since he's up on the bar and has the bloss in the outfield. It's pretty big pretty big upgrade from the 7 to the inner board point, right? So that was pretty clear. And then the last one, oh yeah, the computer just wants to play 8-6. I play 6-4, which is also fine. You could also do this for a few duplicated shots, I guess, for better diversification in the outfield. And then I played a little aggressively at one point. Yeah, here, I played a little optimistically. So leaving him alone completely isn't too bad at the score where I can't win a gammon, but it is an error because he does get to make the second anchor sometimes, and then he gets, even when he doesn't do that, he might come in with a 1 and actively try to contain this back checker. So you do this. It's a little riskier, but it's tremendous when it works, right? You really just get to pin him down to an ace point game. So computer thinks it is worth the risk. Yeah, he played that correctly. I thought all the switching is good too. Computer does like going for it. Let's see, he wins a 7% backgammons after his play. And I thought he should maybe go after me more aggressively at one point. Like I might have hit here, but it's too. I guess it's too thin. No, oh, I see. I see what the problem is. In order to hit, you have to forgo jumping one of these important checkers to jump. Yeah, that makes sense. If it was just a question of hitting or not, you might hit here. But because your main problem is these 3 backmen, the computer jumps with it. So that makes sense. So here hitting is okay. Once he can't jump with it. Yeah, once again, it does want to jump. Yeah, this looked wrong. Okay, I just likes 11-3, fine. Yeah, and then this play is really bad, I guess. He's gonna leave a double shot no matter what. Problem with this is like twofold. You get away with it. It's a lot harder to play safer than it is here. See how like 5s and 6s, 5-1 for instance. is still a shot, whereas like 5-1 is fine here. And there's all sorts of numbers like that. So you want like the broken points up high as opposed to like in the middle of your board. And also if you get hit, you probably prefer this also. Well, maybe that's less of a big deal. Seems easier to clean up also when hit. And then I assume there's just a bunch of close stuff here. Okay, yeah, hardly ever lose. Yeah, 14-8 on some sense looks most natural, but it blots on 6-6. So that's why I did this. You could also do this. Safe on 6-6. And then 5-5. I assume I should keep the board. It's very close versus ripping the guys. My play, I guess, loses a few races if he enters with a big double. It's just nice to have the checkers off in general, I think. All right, let's try to play a good one. Actually, let's make one more look though. So what's my blunders? Okay, early 6-5 here. Wants to play all positionally instead of doing this sort of cheesy blitz option. And then same thing sort of here. I go for like this cheesy attack option. Sort of unlikely to work when it should be doing something more positional. But this is partly due to the fact that I've already escaped a guy, I think. So the blitz option isn't as attractive when I might have to go after him and get hit and get a second guy sent back. It's not such a big deal if you have two men back and you get a third guy sent back. It's a much bigger deal if you have one guy back and you get a second guy sent back. Because when you have one guy back, you're just trying to escape that last guy and win the race. And that option isn't available when you have like more than one man back. Wesley Howell? Oh, what a 5-point match. Yeah, that's what it is. Good. I play a lot of fives. Sort of my standard game. Because I like the quick matches and I don't know, you get good at like a lot of the interesting decisions in matches are sort of when you get to 5 points and below, because there's a lot of like 4-way stuff and 2-way stuff you have to know. Long matches have their own sets of problems when you have to worry about 8 cubes and stuff. But even in like a long match, you get down to like the 5-point match score sometimes. So I think it is good to practice. To practice the 5-point matches, All right, good match to my opponent. Should make her 2 points. Good. Well, actually, if I'm going to make my 3, I should do that and then think about the last one. Yeah, maybe it's actually this. I like this outfield distribution. Could not make the 3 there and the guys on the 10 and the 8 points. But I do like having my 3, and this guy doesn't seem like it's too much in danger back there. I might actually get to make the anchor too. All right, dance here I can cube probably. Or if she splits. Got some way up in the race. Got some really strong sequences here. Point dance, hit twice, bad entry. I'm thinking there's enough here, despite the fact that I only have a 2-point board. Well, it didn't really work. Unless she dances 11%. No. Yeah, I'm still comfortable, pretty comfortable with the cube there. Seems like I'm winning in like all phases of the game. You know, it needs to say like the Pratt method, position, race, threats. If you have 2 out of the 3, you should double. That I always found that to be a bit oversimplified, though. So I actually don't recommend people use that. It's a good way to maybe start thinking about a position, though. But it's just like it always matters like how good the positional edge is, how big the race lead is, and how potent your threats are, you know. So it's just I just find it to be an oversimplification. Okay, I'm thinking maybe this, because it can take some license due to her 2 blots. And 6 to 5 is pretty productive. Although she should hit with this. Although she covered the ace point. Make the 11. Good. Good. I like having pressure on this guy, that's for sure. Might even hit her with 5s. Or double 2s. Ace. Can I do this? Do the board disparity? All right, let's try it. Should hit her the most next turn, that's for sure. Yeah, she's actually, you're going to completely safe play here. 8 to 2, 8 to 6. Ugh, I missed her. Shoot. Oh, now she's got some more attacking options. So I'm wondering, I'm wondering actually about this now. Because I am up in the race. So let's say I don't make the anchor. What do I do? Oh, I can make the 16. And then, then maybe do this. Yeah, no, this is better. Yeah, she got completely safe play where she makes the 2 heavy. This looks too dangerous. Yeah, she's playing a little loosey-goosey with 1-point board against a 5-point board, you know. This looks pretty diverse. Very diverse. All right, I got 6s to jump, 4s to hit, and 5s, 2s, and 3s to make the 3. The checkers are ending up pretty good. 5-5 isn't great. It's all right. Actually, I don't know. I could clear the 6. Arguably safer. It's pretty tougher to save the gammon without hitting. Could win a backgammon though. And this looks maybe safe. This looks maybe safe enough. Oh. I'd say there was like a small chance you could save the gammon also. If I clear the 6, especially if you roll 6-6 right away. But even if she just rolls like a 6 on the next 2 turns. So I was thinking that plus like the backgammon vig. All right, so it's going to be 4-0 Crawford. $17 rolls that bear off here. Good number to know. If they're on the 5 and 2, you have 19 rolls that bear them off. 19 out of 36, that is. And if they're on the 6 and 1, 7 pips, you got 6 and 1. I think that's 15 rolls that bear off. Well, I don't know. I could get a little more feisty, split to the 20, and then either hit or 13 to 8. Should complicate matters a bit. Like maybe she actually hit me here. She's going to come up. Yeah, duplicate my force. Good. Make her 10. Very nice. Oh, don't do this. Yeah, I think she just overlooked it. I don't know if she's playing too hastily or what, but she seems to be overlooking plays. All right, she's not overlooking making the 7 here. Good. Okay. If I rolled a 4, like I'm not totally sure whether I should be making the anchor or not. I mean, keeping a split sort of good because I can hit her more often. Like it's hard for her to play safe if she can't go behind me. So this doesn't hit. Yeah, like I mean the race is close now. It's not completely trivial for her to clean everything up. So let's try this. Good. All right, this is safe on 6-6. So is this. This is not. This is. There's often other considerations, but here the race is sort of gin, and gammons don't hurt me, so that's why I'm paying attention to the 6-6 stuff. There you go. All right, yeah, so again, this didn't seem like a particularly difficult match. So I'm expecting like an okay PR. Yeah, another 1.9 again. I think that was the last. I think that might have been my last match too. Yeah, this is the right match. Okay, I didn't make a mistake on my second play this time. Right. Yeah. So 5-5 from here. Right. So you can either go to the you can escape the back man. Go to the 10 and then play 13 to 8. Obviously, you're foregoing making your 3-point in that case. I thought the 3-point was important enough that it's worth not escaping the back checker. If it was like the 2-point or something, you might escape the back checker. But there's also a question like, okay, so you enter, you make the 3. Jamming out was like okay. But I thought, well, I don't know. 20 versus 15, there's sort of arguments both ways. 13 to 8, sort of a purely good thing, right? Fixing the distribution in the O field versus this stripped 8 point. That's why I went with what I did. The computer agrees. She should go after me. And then I assume my double's fine. Yeah, my double's good. I don't know if she should have split there. Okay, it's close. Yeah, I guess probably have a cube here too. Yeah, I don't know. I just haven't. I mean, people miss cubes like that. I miss cubes like this too, where it's pretty innocuous position, right? But I have an edge everywhere, right? I got the better structure. I've mostly escaped a guy. Got all these great threats, and she still has 3 men back. My race is good. My attack is good. So it all adds up to double take. And I got kind of a bad sequence. Okay, yeah, go after her here. Yeah, the computer doesn't mind playing more positionally also. But I strike her, which is fine, because and I really wanted to hit here. Want to have kind of a blitzing posture with this big stack on the 6, kind of a low point of my board made. So I want to like attack her, but I thought because he has the 2 blots on her board and a really weak home board, I have some license to like play optimistically. But anyway, she rolls a pretty good number, which doesn't hit. My computer just wants to go after all the points like crazy. My play is fine though. Okay, hidden cover, good. Put my board together, keeping pressure on this back checker, which I like. And I just go after her. Oh, it doesn't like this. 20 to 18, 20 to 15. Okay. So I did this, right? I did this because kind of like the builder for the 3. I didn't think the backmen were that trapped. But I do notice when the computer when there's one on the roof, only one on the roof, yeah, sometimes the computer values like escaping from the back and keeping everything connected, you know? Like one problem with my plays is it separates the forces too much. Right? These guys are getting kind of far away from these guys and there's no like midpoint bridge. So I think that's maybe the problem. The forces are too separated. And I noticed like that's what the computer like values the connectivity when you're kind of blitzing with only one on the roof. 3-4 is no, it's like 3-5 hits here, right? 3-4 doesn't really hit. So it's not really the shots, I think. 3-1 doesn't really hit here. It probably hits me down here. Yeah. Yeah, this does spread blots everywhere, but then these hits aren't really worth anything for her. Because it's all strapped and got a weak board, you know? All right, so now I put my... Yeah, okay, spread the computer. Yeah, the computer says it's necessary with the board disparity. It's necessary to spread everything out, control all areas of the board. Yeah, and obviously she just plays safely here. I think she just maybe overlooked it. And then, yeah, keep controlling all areas of the board with this. Keeping pressure on all her blots. Again, she should just play completely safely. Okay, and then I hit. Get all nice and diverse, and then this easy. This is slightly wrong, probably. Because it's worried about rolling 1-1 or something. A little bit. 4-4. It's worried about 4-4 and 1-1. What's this? Throw 3-3 still bad here, though. The only reason why I did this is because to get extra shots at this guy. Oh, 6-6 is bad for me here. 6-6 safe the other way. No. No, 6-6 is safe the other way. Yeah, so this was a little sloppy, I guess. Right, I'm paying to 6-6, 1-1 a little bit, and 4-4 a little bit. If I roll one of those. 6-6 especially. Here it's only like 3-3 this bad. See how 6-6 is blocked? Yes, this was a little sloppy. I mean, I do think you do want to hit that guy if you can, but it's not worth the 6-6. Especially because even if you don't hit that, you can still win a gammon pretty easily. Like it's not even a big error not to hit that, It's only 0.02 because you still win 93% gammons apparently. Okay, yeah, and then he's same sort of problem, same sort of idea here, right? You don't need to take on a lot of risk to win a gammon. So there's slightly more risk because this clears the top point and with zero blot numbers. There's also zero blot numbers, but you have to clear this point later and it might end up a little awkward. So you want to clear it while you have like the good spares. Fine. I think I do get the picture later. Yeah. All right, I do easily win a gammon. Yeah, I just do the normal thing here, apparently. She've already escaped a guy, so I thought I wanted to provoke a little more contact. You wouldn't do this. I guess you wouldn't do this if gammons hurt you. The score is not too bad. And I just remain split and try to like provoke some contact. Oh, the 20 to 11 is okay here. Okay, and here it even wants to keep the pressure on a little bit. This looks a little funny to me. Like it doesn't look that hard for white to play safely for a while. And the race is quite close still. So my play sort of caters to the race. I mean, I do see that after the computers play, I am going to get to hit more than after my play. And that's kind of a big deal because my board's so great, I'm saying long-term hitting chances. It's a little, because she has to play safely like this turn, it's a little hard to see like how she's going to be leaving me a shot in the next like 10 turns because you can just always like play behind me, It's not too hard to see how I'm going to get some shots here if she doesn't roll like perfect point making numbers, even if they're just fly shots, So I guess I can see this now. If she had even a 2-point board, say she had a 3-point made instead of this big stack on the 6, then I think my play would be pretty clear. If the race is similar, Yeah, just close her out. Fine. Somehow it does want to clear the 6 here. Again, it's safest. And then I just win. Cool. That was the whole match, right? Guess what happened there? Just one blunder. Yeah, wants to just front from the back as opposed to separating the forces here. I guess. Okie dokie. Oh, Paul's on. Yeah, Paul, a good friend of mine. Paul. I rarely see him on here except for the weekly tournaments. I don't. Oh, does he even play on here really? He basically just plays tournaments. Maybe he's practicing, getting good. He's a pretty good. He's a good player. You know, he's a pretty decent player. Okay, so I do need to split in some fashion. So this is okay. A little bit out of harm's way. Like you could. The other play I was thinking of was splitting to the 21, but there's like a lot of good hidden cover numbers there. Like you probably attack with this as opposed to making the 5. You know. Nice. I don't know what he should do. Probably splitting's okay. It's not too dangerous. I don't know what I should do. Make the 9. So I get the 9 and the 8 here, as opposed to just the 4 the other way. So I'm going to do this. It was the 5 points. Maybe I go the other way. Should make us 3. I don't think I have enough attack potential, although I can hit him twice. I can make my 4. That's good too. This is pretty cheesy, maybe. Okay. Actually, there's a number of options here. I can't really rule any of them out. Like I could also play safely there. But it seems like an upgrade. Ugh. I don't know about this one either. So weird to give up the nice asset, but I was thinking I have my I was thinking I have my 2 points, or the 8 points not super valuable. Yeah, I got punished for a bad play, maybe. Yeah, his double's a little early, probably. My position's like really bad, so I can kind of see why he did it. This third checker on the deuce. Yeah, maybe I probably shouldn't have done that. Yeah, I don't know about hitting here. Attacking behind the anchor does keep me from making a second anchor sometimes. So it did work. Oh, hey, Gwen. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I thought I'd try it on YouTube. I seem to get more engagement on YouTube than on Twitch. And Twitch doesn't like keep the videos around for long. So this way, like sometimes I like play on Twitch, and then like I download it, and then I move it over to YouTube. But that's a pain in the butt, especially if there's like chatters. Like you can't really easily. There's no trivial way to transfer over the chat. I don't think from Twitch to YouTube. Hit them, nice. Now I somehow have to use this board to contain them. Well, this is pretty nice. No shots. Great outfield control. Oh, this is how I contain them. I'm going to turn off auto roll now. Yeah, in fact, due to the score, I'm really not clear whether this is a take or not. So, even though like I'm pretty long way from a 6 prime, I am gonna cube this. Like his position looks pretty brittle. Like say he enters with a 1-4, for instance. Woof. But good builders for the 7 anyways. Could just slot the 7, but that's too many shots. Okay, I'm gonna try that. I don't love the fact that it's not a builder for the 3, but I like the builders for the 7, and I like the diversification in the outfield. Well, maybe I leave 2. Oh, maybe I leave 2 shots now. Get a builder for the 3. Looks pretty diverse. Because 6s and 3s go to the 3 points. And 2s, 4s, and 5s go to the 7 points. All right, I assume I have to go after him here. Oh, no. Oh no. All right, so that's too much in the outfield. Maybe this is just right. Well, he might actually cube this. But my take point is so low that it's some very easy take. Even now. Yeah, my take point's like, it's my winning chances from 4-0 Crawford, so it's like, I think it's between 15 and 16% according to the computer, the stupid computer. So, this gets double fours to make the point. That's something. Could get another builder, but this looks pretty good. Gets off a double ones. I still have a triple shot at this guy if he enters. And this is blots. This is fine. Does blot on 6-6, I see. But I think the other reasonable play did also. So does this. Good. All right. All right, yeah, so, well, I think I screwed up something early on there. Again, it didn't seem like a super difficult match. Paul played a 1. Oh, sweet. Yeah, y'all played me. Yeah, I think it was that play that I said I screwed up, that I sort of regretted. When I played 8-2 with the 6. I think the computer is not going to like that. Alrighty, so let's download this bad boy. Yep, that was the problem. That was the exact problem. Yeah, well, actually, my double. I have a bad double. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I think the computer's okay. Yeah, I guess it doesn't like my cube, but it's kind of. I mean, it's kind of wrong here. I think if you roll it out, this gets a lot stronger. The computer. This is one of these containment things. The computer underestimates how easy it is to contain a back checker, especially when like white's brittle like he is here. So I'm not necessarily saying this is going to roll out to be a double, but it's a lot close. It's a lot closer than this. In fact, yeah, the rollout, the rollout still doesn't like the double. Yeah, but not by 0.1. Yeah, it's still pretty bad. 0.06. Again, this checker, this checker is kind of coming back to bite me. Like I'll show you one variant, which I think is kind of a big deal. Like this is a double on a rollout, anyways. This is not a double on a rollout. So see how much that matters. Stupid dead checker, which I really need to use to make the 3-point. Now dead on the 2-point. Yeah, that 8-2 was really bad. Anyways, let's go through this from the start. Okay, yeah, 20. Yeah, then my second choice was this, but I thought it was a little too exposed to being attacked. All right, yeah, make the 9. Yeah, making the 4 is really bad, apparently. That was sort of my second choice. Okay, here it doesn't. Here it likes making the 4. I mean, the reason why I didn't do it here was one, I don't like leaving the shot. There's actually 3 vigs, right? My play is safe. It keeps the 8 point and makes the 9 point. This just makes the 4 point. Right, so sort of three good things versus one good thing. Here, you could play 13 to 6. You can play completely safely, but it's overstacked. It's over. I mean, you get the good thing is you get to keep the 9 and it's safe, right? So there's sort of 2 good things about it. The good thing about this is the distribution is nice and I get my 4 points. So there's 2 good things about this also. So it's like 2 versus 2 and then this is like 3 versus 1. I mean, it's a bit oversimplified to like think in those terms, in those numerical terms. But they mean something, right? I mean, like all those things are really like good things. Good distribution, the 4 point, those are both good things. Playing safely and keeping the 9, those are both good things. So I think that's sort of a valid way to like at least start thinking about the problems. I mean, the reason why it's oversimplified, obviously, is because it matters like how good the 4 point is versus how good the 9 point is versus how good not leaving a shot is. So you got to think in those terms too. But I don't know, listing out those factors and using that as like a starting point to thinking about the play, I think that's a good way to approach it. And then yeah, this is just stupid. I mean, 13 to 7 isn't great because she might get hit there, but it's good when you get away with it, and you probably get away with it. And 6-3 is duplicated, and you keep your 8 point. So yeah, there's enough going for it. And my play isn't even like completely safe. There's six shots here, versus I don't know 11-14 or whatever. After slotting. Yeah, this is really bad. Paul's just playing perfectly. His double didn't. I mean, his double didn't seem great to me, but maybe because like I have no recube vig, it's fine. Oh, great shot. Yeah, and this double's like okay. It's not okay. I mean, it's not a huge blunder or anything, but it's probably wrong. Yeah, okay, so I spread things out in the outfield. Yeah, obviously there's a million plays here. Let's see. It does look like it wants to get a builder for the 3 in some fashion. So I guess that's valuing that. So my play's kind of nice due to the 6s and 3s work here, 2s, 4s, and 5s work to make the 7. And then I got to go after him. He escapes. Doesn't. Oh yeah, he almost has a cube here apparently. So his cube is fine, I guess. Yeah, his cube's okay. But I get lucky. Good. All right, let's see what's going on. Sorry. Oh, hey, Steve. Yeah, sorry. You might have lost me. Might have lost me there for a second. Um, so did you play on the site at all, Steve? Because we could actually, well, I just started a match. I was saying we could play. This is backgamonhub.com. I was saying we could play a match if you wanted. Yeah, so this is where we play the Wednesday night. This is where we play the Wednesday night events. So I like to practice on this site. Not sure about coming out versus 13 to 8, but 13 to 8 is the distribution is pretty bad, right? 5 here, 3 here. So even though this isn't a great run play, I think it might be better than screwing up the distribution. It's probably close though. This is a little exposed. Yeah, it's got a nice simple it's got a nice simple UI, you know. Like no, not a lot of frills, but it's like it's got everything you need, and not like other stuff to confuse you. Okay, yeah, I always have the sound turned off. I play in like sort of the Zen mode, except oh, one annoying thing I find, and I have complained about it, when your opponent is running out of time, like it's got 15 seconds left, it starts making like a ticking sound. But for some weird reason, the opponent hears it. Like if Kevin's time started running out, I would like hear the beeping sound for some reason. Like I don't get that. Well, I got a pretty solid edge here. I'm wondering if it's enough to cube. And I've already escaped everybody. I only got this 1 point board though, and he has a blot. I don't know. I am gonna send it. Oh, he just passed. Yeah, I would have taken that. And I almost cubed this at the score. And cube a really bad play. Well, I guess just 8 to 2, 8 to 3 is a cube. A good. Cube a bad number here. This is not a bad number if he hits me. Um, 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 um. All right, nothing wrong with that. Nothing, well, I'm not sure about 6 to 5 versus 2 to 1 here. He plays safely, reasonable. Guess he should point on me. I guess there's no safe play. Oh, he's got a safe play, but it's pretty gross. Yeah, he's not boarded. Maybe he should do this. I don't know. I don't. I might play like him. So I sort of do like being there and not on the 18 for the extra contact. Let's try this. Shouldn't be too hard to put something together next turn. Yeah, this looks okay. And then, yeah, this looks okay. I'm not totally sure about this. I got such the better board than him, so I'm kind of hanging back. But it might be a little hard to play in a turn or two. Well, I guess I can, because of his 2 blots, I guess I have a lot of license to do whatever here. I could try this, for instance. Just 6s and 1s in the outfield, and then he's got the 2 blots, so it's going to be very dangerous for him to hit. Unless he rolls something really tremendous like 1-1. Well, that's the 2 anyways. All right, let's make it interesting. Now I gotta worry about him. Okie dokie. I'm not getting this one right, probably. All right, this looks pretty okay, though. Yeah, I kind of like this. Or maybe 8-4 with the last one versus 9-5. Oh, hey, Dan. Welcome. Yeah, feel free to everyone, all the watchers should feel free to add their own commentary. Although don't give me suggestions before I make the play. Um, or ask questions or whatever. Oh, this is backgammonhub.com. So it's it doesn't the downside of it doesn't have a big user base, but the nice thing about the site, one is a decent interface, and two, the tournament running infrastructure is really good. So it's like my local club runs like a weekly tournament here, so that's sort of why I like to practice on the tournament, practice on the site. Well, he's up 7 here. I don't love running down in the race like this. But actually, he's less than 7 because he's quite a bit less efficient than me. I don't think I want to leave a shot in the outfield. I don't love breaking the board either. Yeah, all plans sort of seem bad here. Maybe this is the best of a bad lot. Like, I don't know, you shouldn't even cube this. Yeah, heroes is good too. I'm gonna count on heroes. Yeah, that's sort of the same thing as heroes, where it'll show you like the GNU analysis for the match after the match. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, it's a British. It's a British. It's made by a British guy, or maybe a team of British people, and so yeah, it is populated by a lot of people from the UK and that part of the world. So I think you're right. Evening time, evening time in the UK is probably a decent time to find players. So that's probably around now, right? So I'm in the Boston area. It's like 4:30 here. So they're later. They're later than the Boston time zone, right? I don't think I'm hitting here. That seems a little suicidal. But nothing wrong with this. GNU is they're both stronger than any human that has ever existed. XG is a little bit stronger and it's faster and it has a better UI. But like if you're playing, like an equivalent ply, equivalent level of analysis, XG is like only a little bit better than GNU. All right, so this I should be pretty aggressive at this four-way score. So this wouldn't be crazy to cube this. In fact, I'm going to be making a 5' pretty easily. So even if this isn't a cube at say 0-0 in a 9-point match, it might still be a cube at the score. But still, I'm not 100% sure this is good enough. All right, I mean this looks okay. Aim up in the race. Maintain the block. So yeah, if you don't want to pay for XG, I mean GNU is fine. But if you don't, if you have the money, I would recommend not using GNU and using XG. Need a 5. His XG is only like $80 or something. Um, like Snowy, the previous like great big best bot was Snowy, and that was like for the full version that was like $300 or something, and that was back when $300 was worth more. But it was like for like a serious player, it's like worth it. Like probably like if let's say for the sake of argument, XG was the only backgammon bot out there. It was like the only way to get like good backgammon analysis. People would pay thousands. People would pay like $1,000 for it. You know, that's how like valuable this stuff is. Say 69. Yeah, okay, it's even cheaper than I thought. Yeah, so if you can afford it, I would recommend it over GNU. Well, I mean, better building power would be 7 to 6. I am a little leery about this blot in the outfield, though. He's going to be attacking here a lot. So I'm going to play a little conservatively. He should hit me and double the dances. I take point is like pretty high. It's like 32% or something. So I'd kind of have to think about whether to take that or not if he doubled me. Yeah, so why not just pop out? Oh, he's worried about having another blot. Yeah, he should have just popped out there. Oh, gotcha. It says 60. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, no, he's correct not to double because he could win a gammon here. Okay, I'm gonna drop this. Yeah, he sort of let me off the hook there. All right, so 4 away, 2 away. I'm gonna do this. Try to build up a quick gammonish position and then offer him an early cube at this score. You should be like extremely aggressive at this score when you're winning and you have any sort of gammon threat. But that plan is not coming to fruition. Ugh. Stop it. Stop rolling good. Eight to 3 is possible here as well. Oh right, yeah, that's the other problem with XG, right? It doesn't run natively on Mac. GNU, does GNU have a Mac version? It does, right? I think it might have a Linux version also. Yeah, if I get hit, maybe it improves my back game timing a little bit. In fact, we'll take after this match. We'll take a look at the XG analysis. So let's just make the 2 point here, I assume. Good. All right. Again, I don't really care about being hit that much. But I'm not sure about 6 to 5 versus 5 to 4. I'm sorry, 8 to 7 versus 6 to 5. This is better building power. But if I hit him next turn, then I don't love having these blots around. I want my 8 point locked up. Yeah, like okay, I get sent back. Maybe I dance. Maybe I enter and jump. I get to keep my home board in better shape. I can keep both anchors for a while now without busting my home board. So getting hit's like not a big deal there for me, given that I have these 2 back game points. Oh, good roll. Bad roll. This is a shot, I think. So yeah, nothing wrong with 13 to 6, I guess. That's the best you can do. No, because I mean, there's some upside to him hitting. Like it helps him clear helps him clear his outfield points, and it didn't look like he had a great alternative there. You know, I agree with you though. If he had some sort of like reasonable alternative, like reasonably productive alternative, you'd certainly give some thought to not hitting and helping my back game timing. You know. I don't know. It's possible this is a cube because when I miss, I get gammoned a lot, and the game's about 50-50. I'm a little bothered by the fact that he's got one checker off. Maybe I'm a favorite here, actually. No, I don't think this is quite a cube. If he didn't have a checker off, like I'd have a chance to win a gammon actually by containing the hit checker and then like picking up another checker. Um, yes, well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the computer says about that. If I can hit him, he can enter, and then he can win from there. I guess there's not much choice here. All right, last chance. Maybe. Yeah, we can take a look at that 1-1 also. The opponent's 1-1. See if there was some other alternative to hitting. Okay. All right, so his take points are around 20%. This would be a pass for money, I guess. So, yeah, we are going to cube this. Yeah, pass is I'm not sure, but pass is sort of reasonable. Nice. All right, I'm going to send this at the score where I shouldn't be as aggressive as 4-away, 2-away, but 3-away, 2-away. So is a very strong reason to be aggressive also. So even if, I mean, it's pretty reasonable to cube that at like 0-0, but even if it's not a cube at 0-0, it's a pretty big cube at the score. Okay, now I crush him and gammon him, maybe? Maybe not. Well, I do have I could try going all out for the gammon here, maybe. I mean, if I leave him alone, he's probably just anchor somewhere. All right, I think this is the right idea, or maybe 11 to 10. Oh, worked. It worked. Well, I gotta press this blitz, I think. Guess the jury's still out on whether it worked or not. Ah, didn't work. No, so it's check out the score. He just needs 2 points to win the match. I'm the one that's 3 away, not him. I think it's this, but I'm wondering a little bit about this. I want this awesome 4-point locked up. Last ace is pretty productive because I can go after him on the ace sometimes. Like this maybe. No, I don't know about hitting him here. It's pretty. Got my builders pretty far away. But if my only goal is to keep him from anchoring, I think it probably is right to hit. Getting hit back probably isn't a big deal. Is this okay? So 3-3 is a little bad. Yeah, 3-3 is still bad here. It might be right to hit, but I'm going to try this. All right, now my builders are a little closer. This isn't working. Shoot. All right. I could actually hit him loose here from 21 to 1. But I don't know. This looks pretty good because I do get to get a good builder in the zone if he enters with a single 6. If he rolls double 6s, obviously I regret this. But single 6, not too bad. Going to spread these builders out in case he enters with a single 6. So I want to hit him. Keep diversified in the outfield, I guess. Oh, 6-6, shoot. Oh boy, I hope I got some of these decisions right. Yeah, it's pretty dangerous for him to hit me. Let's see if he wants to go for it. There, he plays conservatively, given that he can be gammoned. Best for the win, I'm pretty sure, is to hit. I don't know, it's good. I would probably try this. I mean, I hit him, he might enter right away also. This did work. Oh, nice roll. Should make us 5, which I think he will see because there's no real alternative. Alrighty. Well, I really don't want to bust my board. That seems really bad. Oh, what about this? No, this is right, I think. Right, because he's got 2s and 4s to hit me here and 2s and 4s to hit me here. So there's some decent duplication. And I'm sort of escaping this guy a little bit. Wish he didn't roll the numbers I duplicated though, you know. And I can hit twice or make the 4. I don't know. It's kind of a lot to clean up if I enter twice. I guess the 2-4. Getting smoked. Crap. Alrighty. Oh my god, he can actually make... Oh, he can make a 6 prime, actually, by making the 9 here. So I don't see how I win after he does that, you know? If he makes the 3 points, say, can enter and hit him and then escape because he doesn't have a perfect block. So he should definitely make the 9 here. If gammons counted, then there'd be some argument for making the 3, I guess. All right, so now, I don't know, maybe I want to get hits. If I get hit, maybe I make a second anchor and cause him some problems or something. Or dance and keep my timing a little bit. Although I guess if I can upgrade all three guys to the 22 points, maybe I can just win a race. This maybe might, I mean, it's a crappy plan, but maybe it's the best one I got, you know? Well, I don't know. I'm going to break down early. I could keep a 5-point board there, but it's not like I'm going to get to keep the, it's not like I'm going to get to keep the 5-point board, so maybe this lets me maintain a more robust 4-point board for longer. Or like for instance, like okay, so I killed my fours now. So if I roll a number like 4-1, I don't have to play the 4. Whereas if I had my 5 points still, I couldn't do that. Well, again, it's not big. I mean, maybe I make a second anger and cause him some problems. Everything is just, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to win this. You could probably screw around here. Play 5 to 2 if you wanted. If I hit him back, then I'm probably gonna crunch even more later. Yeah, something like this is okay. Although probably 5 to 2 is better than 5 to 1. The 4 guys back. All right, he's going to keep his 6 prime? Probably. It's good to block 6s for one more roll, I guess. 5%-ish. Yeah, I think that's about right. Maybe a little. I would bet the over on that. I would bet the over, but I don't think it's. I don't think you're far off. Like I think it's under 10. Like you always, I mean, there's always just like slimy chances, you know. Hit a shot, get into a close race. Maybe like this. I gotta hit him like to get into a close race. I guess I gotta hit him a couple more times. So I guess I want to do. 4. Hit him one more. Nice, nice. I'm gonna win this. 5. I'm gonna win this. Okay, 2 more. All right, so a 6-6 kind of wins anyway. So I guess I do this. Great outfield control on the misses. All right, so it looks like I'm making the 8 points. I mean, there's a hit play, but I think I'm doing okay in the race now. Yeah. I think I'm winning the race now. You don't win this. Not... Somehow I feel like this to keep the gap up a little higher. I think I dropped a checker there. If I made the other play, I would have taken 3 off. All right, back to an even number of checkers, so that's okay. Still winning. Unless I roll a 4-3. Okay, now I'm losing. All right, I can only take 1 off here, right? Yeah. Yeah, 4-3. 4-2, 4-1. Drop to roll. Well, it's nice being a favorite for a few rolls anyways. That was fun. I played a 3. I thought this match seemed this match seemed a little tougher than the other matches. So yeah, let's take a look in XG mode. And see where I went wrong. Let's take a look at my errors. Okay, yeah, so this is pretty close. Yeah, I mean, apparently everything's pretty close here. I mean, I can tell you the reason why I did this was because I didn't like 5 checkers on my 8 and 3 on my mid. If I didn't do this, I would have done this though, not this. I don't really. Oh, I guess it prefers this because the 8 point is stripped. So, say white makes the 5 point with a 3-1, you get a double shot at the blot on the 8 point as opposed to just a single shot. Single shot this way, for instance. So, for instance, if white had a blot on the 8 points, it would prefer this play. If white had a spare checker on the 8 point, if it had 3 checkers there, it would prefer this to this. But because the 8 point is stripped, you want to put double pressure on it. But yeah, the computer's top choice is my choice, which is running. Okay, yeah, 13 to 8. Just probably something better than there. Okay, wants to make the 4 or splits. Honestly, I wasn't too sure about this 5-4 because I could. So this is the original position with the 5-4. Like my play is pretty good, right? It's safe. It's pretty safe, and it has great builders. I wasn't sure that was like more or less important than like, I don't know. You could try escaping everybody, but I probably would if I didn't do my play. I probably would have done this, escaping the back man. Turns out everything's pretty close. And then I assume I double this game. He passed my double this game, which I was a little surprised by. Oh, it is a pass. Okay, I probably would have taken this. Like, I wasn't like, to be honest, like I wasn't 100% sure about the double. Like, I do see I have sort of a large positional edge here, but I still only got a 1 point board. And he has an anchor, so I can't really blow him away completely, you know? So I don't know what the big deal is here. Like, I would have scooped this up. But yeah, good pass by my opponent. I mean, my position is like pretty good. I guess his position is pretty bad in the sense that his forces are horribly separated, right? He's got no midpoint, and he's got 4 checkers back. So I guess that's pretty bad for him. Like if he just had 3 checkers back or something, say you move like one of these guys to the 5 point or something, it's probably a take. But yeah, good pass by my opponent. All right, grade 6-6. Oh, you can actually double this. Yeah, I think it did slightly occur to me that I was getting close to a cube here. So it's only a double due to the score where I'm 4 away, he's 5 away, right? I need 4 points to win the match. He needs 5 points to win the fact that I'm 4 away, even though I'm up in the match a little bit, means I should be pretty aggressive, especially when this gamma's floating around. I should be pretty aggressive with offering an initial cube. So yeah, like this wouldn't be a cube at 0-0 in like a 9 point match, for instance. But I get a great roll. He hits me. You can even almost double this at the score. Yeah, what can you do? Yeah, I'm fine. I mean, I kind of like leaving the guy back on the 20 to sort of constrain him a little bit. Like, for instance, he can't put a checker on the 5, or he can't really make that point with the 3-1, for instance. So that's why I did this. But the board quality is obviously pretty poor. So the computer says, You know, just leave one blot on your board, get this guy moving. You can hit with a 1-1 there. Yeah, there's not a lot of good hits for him. But yeah, double ones, double threes, maybe double fours will hit. For double fours, probably not. All right, so let's see. Doesn't like 5-2. Okay, so what does it want to do? Okay, wants to. I guess I played this a little too loosely, or maybe a lot too loosely. Again, I was sort of valuing keeping the checker back on the 20. And diversifying in the outfield. Now I guess the computer is just saying this is too dangerous, you know. Well, it's 3 blots. I don't really see how he effectively attacks me. Is the problem, maybe the problem is like what happened. Like he rolled a 5-4 next roll. He puts all his stuff together, and then it's like a little hard for me to play safely now. You know, so in that sense, the computer's choice sort of fixes that problem, right? It keeps the midpoint. Only have like 1 blot to worry about if he puts his position together. And I guess it's just no big deal being back there because it's not like, unless he rolls some like really awkward 6, some of which he might get to hit with. I guess he can always just kind of play behind me, you know. In fact, most 6s play behind me okay, if he wants. Yeah, so maybe I'm just overvaluing the fact that this checker is diverse back there. I do get like a decent cleanup number. Apparently I played a little wrong. Yeah, well, I thought I did this. Oh no, I did this. I see. So I don't know what the big deal is here. Right, this versus this. There's this other play. Leaves the back man a little far from home, you know, compared to this and this. So what's the big deal here? So here, the computer wants to do this, give him 2s to hit. Oh, maybe it's because, yeah. I think I see it, actually. I think I see what's going on here. Yeah, ones are sort of his bad number. So like say you do this, he rolls 5-1, 6-1, 5-1, 4-1, say. They all play pretty bad. So you think, well, what about 2s the other way, right? I give him good 2s here. 6-2, 5-2, 4-2 actually plays okay here. See that? You can always break his 8-point, you know. So that's the difference. Another way to think about it is this duplicates 2s. Like 2s hit, right? But also 2s are among like his okay safe numbers, like 6-2 where he can just clear the 8 points. Here he has 1s to hit. A lot of his 1s aren't among his safe numbers. So it's like I'm diversifying his numbers here. It sort of occurred to me to think about that, but I didn't really follow through. So it's very detail. You kind of got to be detail oriented to get this though, you know. This is gettable though. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. The reason why it shouldn't be that hard is because the plays are pretty equal otherwise. Right? So this leaves, like nominally anyways, this leaves 1 more shot. It's just one more shot. Otherwise, they sort of have the same characteristics. So when you have like 2 plays which are pretty similar, oftentimes that's when you want to think about duplication. So I feel like I actually should have gotten this right. Like a lot of times, I see this sometimes where like people like duplicate a number. And they're doing it kind of like duplicate. I think Roberti used to call that duplication for the sake of duplication. But here it's not. I mean, here it's not. I mean, here's a real thing. Duplicating the twos. Yeah, so I feel like I should have gotten that correct. Anyways, he escapes. Yeah, it doesn't have a double. Oh, yeah, I didn't like any option here, but I figured I'd do this, and he probably shouldn't cube me, so it can't be that bad. I mean, if I could hang back there and like do something productive on the home front, given that I'm down in the race, it'd be at least worth a look. But all the plays that don't run are pretty destructive, and then I just lose the race. No, it's not gonna like my double, really. All right, I built a nice 4 prime. Boy, it really doesn't like this cube. I'm a little surprised. I mean, I thought this was quite a bit stronger than it is. I was fairly confident about this, to be honest. So the 1-1 roll, that was oh, this 1-1 is pretty crushing. This 1-1 is pretty strong. Yeah. But I was thinking like even if it's not a cube for money, say I thought it should be a cube at this four-way score. Well, you should be pretty aggressive if you win more gammons than your opponents, and you should be pretty gammon if you win. And also in general, even if you don't win a lot of gammons, you should be like a little aggressive. Usually, four-way. Like 4-way is a good reason to double. So is that the 1-1 you were thinking of, Steve? Where did this 1-1? Right, like his goal is to like bring home all the checkers, right? So, oh, it's kind of bad the way he played it. It's not great the way he played it, right? But the right play here, you probably see it. It's 13 to 12 squared, 6 to 5 squared, right? Putting me up on the roof safely, making progress in the outfield. Okay, which one were you thinking of? I don't know. Early on, maybe. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably just missing it. Or maybe it's coming up. But yeah, I'm a little surprised this isn't a cube. I mean, clearly I'm winning. Some gammons floating around. I guess it's just one too many problems. Let's see. So it thinks I see. So I think this is only a smallish pass here for some reason. I don't know. Okay, so here, oh right, gotcha. Okay, you're thinking about the back game, right? Yeah, we can take a look at that. We can take a look at that. Okay, so here, given that my board is much better and I'm not up in the race huge, the computer doesn't mind hanging back, getting great builders for the 4 here, compared to my play, which escapes and gets somewhat worse builders for the 4. I can buy it. Let's see, the computer's play does give up the 9 point, but the 9 point has limited value because the 3 point is made. So these points 6 apart from one another. They don't form 2 points in the same 6 prime, so they tend to not go well together. And then, in fact, I do give that 9 point up voluntarily the next turn. Here. Okay, good builders for the 4. He tries running. I send him back. Excuse me. He hits me. I dance. I dance. No, he doesn't. He shouldn't cube this, but he should cube after I dance here, right? Okay, yeah, it's close on the take pass here. Yeah, so the take point of the score is a good number to know. It's around, well, apparently the computer thinks it's like 33%. I usually use 32%. The computer says I win 33% and I have a marginal take pass decision. So the computer using 33 as the take point for the recube at this score. And then he just crushes me and he caches something that's too good. Fine. Okay, this is the 4-away, 2-away game. This is the back game. Good. I'm a little surprised by this. So I got 4 checkers back. He's already escaped everybody. It's not like I'm trapping any checkers. So I figure, well, I want the 2 back game points. I want to stay in the game until the end. The computer actually doesn't care about the back game points. It likes locking up the 5 point. Yeah, it makes some sense of the score, I guess. The computer might be wrong here. This looks a little suspicious to me. I'm going to get gammon more, which in some sense is bad because he can win an undoubled gammon and that's very valuable for him. But if I up the gammons for him, it means like he's less likely to get in a good cube at this 2-away, 4-away score where doubling kills his gammons essentially. Okay. Okay, right, so 4-4 here, right? You could play it completely safely by, I don't know, making the 5 or whatever, or making the 4 and the 2. But I don't mind getting hit here, as we talked about, you know. It might help my timing. And I like this home field structure. Yeah, similar stuff here. I mean, you could safety the guy in the mid, but no big deal getting hits. Okay, so this 1-1 is coming up. Yeah, so it does like hitting. Yeah, so as you point out, like it's not hitting isn't that good for him in a sense. Because I'm going to get to enter pretty easily, jump the guy pretty easily, and then I get to maintain both the back game points while I keep my board in good shape. Whereas if he leaves me alone or whatever, say he rolled like 2-2 here and left me alone, my timing is bad, right? I have to either like give up one of these anchors at some point, or maybe if I roll big, I have to start compromising my home front. So if he doesn't hit me, my timing's a little bad. But hitting has the upside, is he's gonna win more gammons after hitting. Very valuable at the score for him if he doesn't double. And the problem with not hitting is it doesn't really play well if you don't hit. Like maybe if you had some play that like made the 3-point cleanly or something, you might forego hitting. Maybe, at least for the win, you'd forego hitting. But it's just, it doesn't play good. Like if you want your 7-point, you gotta play 6-5 with 2 of them. If you don't hit, that's pretty gross, you know. This is pretty gross. Distribution's bad, you know. So given that hitting is like good for the gammon, it's sort of arguably good for the win. So we can take a look at one variant to sort of drive the point home. Right. Let's say, I want to show you a position where hitting is wrong, right? So here he has 2s to hit and not 1s. Let's say it's double match point. Let's say gammons aren't a factor. Let's say he rolls 2-3 here. Pretty comfortable hit, right? You can hit and go to the 8-point, a decent builder for the 3, play safely, but it's going to improve my timing. Meanwhile, you have a productive play that doesn't hit. You can make the 3 points. So a double match point anyways, where gammons don't help him, I'm pretty sure making the 3-point is correct. Pretty sure. Yeah, it's right by a good margin over hitting, over 0.1. Now let's look at doubled money. You have more reason to hit here because it wins more gammons to hit. Loses more games for white. White's going to win fewer games when he hits, but he's going to win more gammons. So it's closer here, but I think it's probably still right to make the 3. But it's probably close. Well, let's see. It's not even closer. Yeah, it's not even closer. It does win more gammons. I guess it just doesn't win much. That doesn't win much more to make the 3. No, it wins a lot more to make the 3. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah, see, it wins like 70. It wins 72% versus 64% to make the 3 over hitting. Okay, let's look at one more. Let's say it's this. Now it's not productive. Now the non-hit isn't as productive, but it still improves black's timing to hit. So again, I think at double match points, you don't hit here. I think. You don't hit. Maybe now you hit for doubled money, though, because you can win a gammon. Maybe. Again, best play to win is just playing 13 to 8 without hitting. And now it's close. Now it's a lot closer. Right, so the computer doesn't mind this or this, but it still thinks not hitting is right for the win because the timing is so delicate, you know. Okay, so that's the 1-1. He's sort of, yeah, like we talked about, he's sort of forced to hit, but in a sense it's good because he wins more gammons. Okay, 4-1 is pretty decent. Now I get to jump this guy and maintain my timing. Don't mind if I get hit. I miss him. Okay, don't mind if I get hit. Okay, so I thought a little bit about cubing this. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I hope you got something out of that. The way I talked is exactly what's going on in my head when I think about these decisions. You know, like those are pretty much everything I think about. So it's not like it's not like nothing. People can learn that stuff. It's not that hard to learn. It's just backgammon. Backgammon's hard in the sense that there's a lot. There's just like a lot to think about. In all sort like in that position, there's not a ton. In that one position, there's a bunch to think about, not a ton to think about. What I'm saying is like, there's all these different types of positions, which have all different factors associated with them. And so in that sense, there's just like a lot of factors that you need to think about sometimes, right? The nice thing about that is if you're just starting out, you know, you're playing with a PR in the teens, say, learn it. Like there's some simple concepts you can learn that make like a big difference, right? Like just learning how to blitz, for instance, makes a big difference. Or how to conduct a blitz makes a big difference, and it's going to have like a big effect on your PR. Meanwhile, like you're sitting like me, who's playing in like the mid threes, say. It's really hard to make progress. Like I don't think anything I could do would shave like 1 off my PR, you know? It's too late for that. Maybe if I devoted my whole life to it or something, I could get down to 2.5. But like, I don't know, I got to put in work just to maintain playing in the mid threes, I feel like. Just because like, I know all the basic stuff, and the stuff I don't know, most of the stuff I don't know, like doesn't come up that often. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so I thought about doubling this just because I get gammon a lot when I miss. I think I do lose my market if I on a hit dance sequence, but hit enter, you still got some chances. And there's a lot of times, like I apparently only get gammon like 16% here. So if I double and just lose a single game, I really regret doubling a lot. So I did not cube this. If he didn't have the checker off though, and I win like a few percent gammons myself, maybe that would actually swing it, you know? Say it was this position. Double gammons for me are extremely valuable, and I win more from here. So doubling might be okay here. I don't know. Yeah, doubling is actually mandatory here. It's just I win 7% gammons, you know. And those are super duper valuable after I double at this 4-way, 2-way score. Yeah, I can't really say because I mean, it sort of matters more. It sort of matters more who your opponent is, you know. Oh, in terms of money play, I see what you're saying. I thought you were asking about like in terms of like earning money playing against people. How big a deal is it to be three? You know, you're going to answer. Oh, it depends on how strong your opponents are. Um, but oh, I see. That's probably what you're asking about, right? Yeah, the games I play in are like pretty tough, so like I don't really have a big edge on people. So I'm not making a ton of money playing people live, you know. So like I said, I mean it's more if you want to make money playing backgammon, it's almost like more important to like find someone find someone like well off again that you can play against for big money that you have an edge over than it is to like play like a 3 versus a 5, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, yeah, so I do not miss a cube there. Apparently I screw up a checker play coming. All right, I do get to hit, so why, oh, it wants to get, oh yeah, no, this makes sense. Well, actually, 14 to 9 doesn't, yeah, indeed. I mean, actually, the computer's top choice makes sense to me because he could roll 1-1 here, and I don't want to. I don't want to be back there for his 1-1. And if he doesn't roll 1-1, I'm probably doubling him anyways. I don't know, like this versus this. I guess it's covering. Oh, the other thing is covering. I think. I think it's thinking about like if white rolls 1-6, it wants the direct shot here. I did think about that, but actually no. If he rolls 1-6, there's a bunch of shots here too. It's 12. I got 12, at least 12 shots at him. You know, it's all 7s and 8s. It's not that many more shots, so I don't know. Like, I don't know this versus this. But anyways, he dances, and I got a decent cube in. Apparently, the computer thinks he wins over 20, which makes it a take at the score. I don't know if the computer's right about that. Might roll out to be a pass. Possibly. Rolls out to be right on the border. All right, great shot. Yeah, pretty strong cube at the score. This 3-away, 2-away score. So I can show you how different it is than money. Like money play. Yeah, I don't think you double this for money. Yeah, you don't double this for money. You can double this for money. Builder's a little better. Nah, not even. Right, but 3-away, 2-away. His take point's a little elevated. I'm killing his gammons by doubling. Right? Like he only needs 2 points to win the match. I'm holding a 2 cube. His gammons just become what a single game is worth. And he has no recube vig. So there's all these reasons to be aggressive at the score that don't exist for money. So it adds up to double take, which I can buy. Double actually looked clearer than the take to me, to be honest. And I start crushing him. Okay, I conduct a blitz here. So I think, okay, there might, even though it's pretty cheesy to hit off the ace, using the last spare on the 6, it's not too bad. Wins the most gammons. This wins a little more. This wins a little more gammons. It's pretty close. Yeah. Yeah, you do want to think about that. Like the more gammons that white wins at the score, sort of the further he can be from the take pass, the more aggressive you should be with the more aggressive you should be with the double, for like similar winning chances of your own, if that makes sense. because you have this additional, the fact that like the fact that you're killing his gammons, it gives you like this additional argument to double there. Like one position that might be worth thinking about if it's not obvious. Let's take the same score, 3 away, 2 away. Black's an underdog here, right? Black's losing here. He's up on the roof. He's got a winning shot, mostly winning shot at the guy on the 5, but he's getting crushed in the game. And the thing is he gets gammoned a lot. So when he misses, like it doesn't. It's like it doesn't matter where the cube is. So you should double this even though you're an underdog. Right, and the reason. So one way to think about that, one way to think about the fact that you should double, is the fact that white wins so many gammons here. That gives me a reason to double at this 2 away, 3 away score. So even if my explanation before didn't make sense, because I didn't explain it that well, this should be the argument. The argument should be pretty clear here, I would think, if you think about this position. If you think about this position carefully. Yeah, gammas, like as you say, gammas no longer matter if where the cube is, say, doesn't matter if you're gonna lose a gammon here. So what was that? That was the 1-3 game that I cash. And then to the 2-3 game where I double would have been early at an even match score. Yeah, start crushing him. I try blitzing him. So the blitz is a little thin, so the computer doesn't love it, but it thinks it's okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey Angie. Yeah, good to see you. I am probably going to sign off soon, but feel free to comment, ask questions, whatever. Yeah, so here, this is a pretty important play to get right? So I think a lot of beginner intermediate players would probably not hit here because it's too dangerous. It's too dangerous. But it is important to hit here, right? So the way I think about this is my game plan is a purely blitz, right? I got like these low points on my board made. There's 2 up on the roof. I have the stronger board than white. I clearly want to attack him and close him out here. So thematically, it makes sense just to continually go after him. Note white's board is pretty weak too. So I'm sort of justified in taking on a lot of risk to conduct this blitz. So the 4, for me, like the 4 is like automatic here. If his board was like a little stronger, I'd give some more thought to it. But for me, like 4 is just, yeah, you got to hit here with the 4. Doesn't work. I do get to sort of resume the blitz. Yeah, similar stuff here. 11 to 4. 1-1. Okay, I put my stuff together. Wasn't completely sure that switching was wrong, right? Because I don't want to anchor on the ace point, but it's pretty thin now with only these 10 guys in the zone here trying to close out. So I just sort of I use up the ones to really like lock in a good position, and I get to play 8 to 7, which is nice because now I'm going to be going after him on the ace sometimes, on the ace points. Okay, spread out the builders. Happy I get all the builders, but yeah. So here I do go after him, but it's a little thin. And I don't have any direct covers for this. So the computer finds something a little more positional, hoping to go after him next turn. Right. Yeah, whenever people start off, that's a good point. So when people start off playing, they learn that safe is good. And they play too safe. And honestly, like, what makes backgammon so interesting and so hard is sometimes that's the right strategy. Sometimes you do play like safe and stodgy. But it depends on the position. You know, like here, like I said, I'm like purely blitzing here, and I have the much better position than white, much stronger board than white. So I'm justified in taking the risk. Yes, the computer doesn't quite like hitting here, although it's not too bad. It does probably win the most gammons. It does have this pretty, unlike the 5-4 from before, not hitting does have a pretty productive alternative. Locking up the 7-point, playing pretty safely, getting great builders everywhere. All right, yeah, I do rush a builder into the zone to hit off, possibly hit off the low point. I guess the computer even likes hitting here, even though it doesn't, have any covers really. In fact, there's 0 covers. Still, because it's blitzing, it still wants to go after him on the ace. I do this, hopefully going after him later, which I do. Get a direct cover. He hits. I go after him now. Computer does like it. Okay, yeah. And it's a play to watch out for, too. A lot of times beginners do overlook this kind of stuff. I'm not even saying it's necessarily that clear to switch to the ace point like I did. But you should see it as a candidate at least, you know. You see that this is an option. Sometimes people overlook this option entirely. Right. Yeah, because hitting with these 6s, they're like a little bit, it's a little bit questionable just because like the builders are so far away from home, you know. So I consider that a little difficult. There's the 5-4 earlier where I said the 4 was clear to hit. It's because the builders were all like kind of in the zone already, you know. But yeah, you should at least see this option of switching. It is correct by a good margin. If I didn't switch, I would have done this. Hit him again. But again, it's a little hard to cover this guy anytime soon. So you do this, keeps him from anchoring, keeps him from hitting. I got a nice builder in the zone in case he rolls like a 6-1. I can hit him with a 5 now. I sort of rushed the builders forward, and then he rolls 6-6. I thought he was correct to hit me with the last 6. It was a little risky. Turns out it's pretty close, this versus this. His play probably wins the most. It does win the most. Oh, he does want to play 11 to 10, 5 to 2. Oh, I don't want to do this. Break the board. It's going to be pretty hard to put that back together. So, I don't know. My play is very shoddy, but it does duplicate 4s and 2s. I should just lock up the 4 points. He does lock up the 4 points. Yeah, it's a good 4-4 play there. Yeah, I don't really care about being hit here. Rather keep my board together. If I get hit, maybe I make a second anchor, cause him some problems, cause her some problems. All right, so what's my winning chance? My winning chance is actually over 10% here, apparently, according to the computer. Yeah, I thought it'd be less also. Yeah, I mean, we saw what happened. You know, it got a decent chance. Oh, now it's like 8%. Now that I have 4 checkers back. But we saw what happened. Like, probably leaves a shot at some points. I can maybe hit him, contain him. Turn into a favorite here. I think after the 5-5, I might have been a favorite, but not quite. Oh, I'm a favorite here. And somehow I still lose. Well, that's pretty instructive. So I made 2 blunders. I don't really get this that much. I thought this looked strong enough to me to cube, but I guess it's not. Oh, and then the 5-2, I went a little zany here. Played this instead of the same thing. Yeah, I can kind of see this one now. Like, it's not just the immediate. I mean, he has some like immediate she has enough like immediate she has a few immediate good hits. Like 1-1 is tremendous, right? Now that I know exactly how she plays it. But yeah, I mean, 4-4 probably. If 4-4 hits well, it's probably some other stuff. 6-6 maybe. But also, white puts the board together, and then it's like a little hard for me to clean everything up, which is kind of what happened. Even though I rolled like a pretty decent cleanup number, I still leave shots in places. So I guess that's the problem there. Meanwhile, it's not that. The reason I did it was I wanted to keep the checker back. It's not that good to be back there, I guess. Anyways, okay, this was interesting. I do have to take off now, but yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for chatting. This was fun, and I hope you got something out of it. And we will see you next time.